112-105. Joined now by CBS Sports NBA analyst John Gonzalez. John, back-to-back games, the Nuggets are outscored in the fourth quarter by double digits. The Thunder have outscored Denver 63-37 in the last two fourth quarters. What was the key there? I mean, we saw Denver go over 7 minutes without a field goal, but what happened?
Yeah, the Nuggets just went cold. I mean, they started missing some shots that they should have hit, but also you got to give the Thunder credit, right? I mean, they had the #1 defense in the regular season by a long shot, Madeline, and they played excellent defense in the fourth quarter. Lou Dort really locked up Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray couldn't get anything to go in the fourth quarter. They did a better job limiting Joker. And then that supporting cast, I mean, quite frankly, the supporting cast of the Nuggets between Christian Brown and Russ and MPJ before he went out, and even Aaron Gordon, they had some open looks from deep, and they just could not knock them down. Peyton Watson, who you're not going to rely on Peyton Watson to make three-pointers, and guess what? He didn't tonight. And credit to Oklahoma City. They outscored the Nuggets, 34-19 in the fourth quarter? That's a team we had questions about. Could they close games? Could they win ugly? Could they win in close games in the postseason? Well, in the last two games, asked and answered, the answer is yes.
Well, and you mentioned Lou Dort, especially on the defensive end. We've got to talk about the offense he provided as well. Dort was benched for the fourth quarter of Game 4, deservedly so, but of course now became a human torch. 4 threes, the biggest moment of Oklahoma City's season, essentially. Get the Thunder back into this game. What'd you see from Dort?
Yeah, Dort was great. I mean, he's a 3-and-D classic guy where they don't ask a lot from him offensively except for to set up beyond the perimeter and pop threes. And on some nights, he's streaky, right? It's not falling. It wasn't falling earlier in the series. Well, credit to Oklahoma City in just relying on him and trusting him and saying, okay, well, didn't fall in a couple games earlier. We're just going to go back to him. He's open. Let him take him. And he knocked him down tonight. And they were some massive shots in the fourth quarter. And it wasn't just him. He played great defense. He knocked down those shots. But Jalen Williams hit a massive three. SGA hit some big shots, hit those free throws to salt away the game. All of them really came to play in the fourth quarter. And it's not that the Nuggets didn't come to play in the fourth quarter. It's just that their shots didn't go down, and the Thunders did. And now they're just one game away from going to the conference finals.
Now, the NBA has yet to announce the league MVP winner, and it seemed like both Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokic were putting on a last-ditch effort Tuesday night in this game. Jokic put up 44 points, 15 rebounds. He shot 17 of 25 from the field. What did you see from Jokic?
Yeah, well, the last two games were not great for Nikola Jokic. He put up big counting stats, but especially from deep, he was not very efficient. He went, 2 for 18 in the previous two games from deep. Tonight, he had everything that he had in that game in Game 1 where he went for 44 and 20-something rebounds. Tonight, it was 44 points, 15 rebounds, and then his three-point shot. He found it again. He hit 5 of his 7 three-pointers. To waste that kind of effort from Joker, if you're the Nuggets, you're kicking yourself. That was right there for them, Madeline. They had a double-digit lead in the second half. They had a lead going into the fourth quarter. Joker's playing great. Jamal Murray, he looked like he had really gotten going in the first half, even in the third quarter, and then just went cold over the back end of the third quarter and into the fourth quarter. And that's just a bummer. They're going to look at that game. I don't know if they're going to lose this series. They're still in it. They're still a Game 6. Maybe they force a Game 7. If they do lose this series, that's the game they'll point to and say, man, we had that on the road. We could have been going back to Denver with the Thunder up against the wall and us having a really good shot to move on. And instead, now they've got to figure out a way to stay alive.
Well, it's an oft-repeated stat, John, that in NBA history, in a 7-game series, when it's tied at 2-2, the team that wins Game 5 wins the series 84% of the time. So the Thunder took Game 5. What are the chances the Thunder clinch the series on Thursday?
Yeah, I mean, right now they've got the momentum behind them, right? They won Game 4 and Game 5, and now they're going to Denver for Game 6. I mean, look, they're playing really well right now. They've always been the deeper team. For the Nuggets, it's you need a supreme effort from Joker. You got it tonight. You need a big effort from Jamal Murray. You got some scoring from Jamal Murray, but it wasn't very efficient, just 28 points on 27 shots. And then you need somebody else, and somebody else has usually been Aaron Gordon in the postseason. Tonight, he wasn't as good as he was earlier in the series. Whereas with Oklahoma City, they just have so many guys that can beat you. They were probably the deepest team in the NBA this year. The #1 defense, as I said, by a significant margin, and then also a top 5 offense. SGA, obviously, the guy who makes them go, but Jalen Williams, first-time All-Star, going to make All-NBA. And then you saw Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein contribute in big ways tonight, not just offensively, but also really limiting Joker in terms of making him work. Joker still, nobody can really limit Joker, but at least they made him work and they used all their fouls. And then Lou Dort, too. I mean, he was a guy that offensively hadn't really shown up in this series. He hit some big shots. So when Oklahoma City has their players, their supporting cast around SGA, in the previous game, you had a bench game from Caruso and Kason Wallace and Aaron Wiggins. When you have that many guys, it's hard to count out Oklahoma City. And so, yeah, right now, momentum with them for sure.
We'll see the series rolls on. Of course, Game 6 Thursday. CBS Sports NBA analyst John Gonzalez, thanks as always for the insight. Join John Gonzalez, Bill Ryder, and their guests as they attack the biggest storylines around the league on the Beyond the Arc podcast. Just scan the QR code on your screen to watch. Listen wherever you get your podcast. Daily coverage on Beyond the Arc.